I'm here at Central Fire Station with Captain Gautreau, and we're talking about the upcoming winter season and the importance of people being a little more aware of the fire hydrants that are in front of their homes and what they can do to help the fire department out. Thank you, Captain Gautreau.
Yes, thanks for coming in and talking about this. In light of this recent storm that we just had, it's just kind of a grim reminder of the winters that we have here in Portland. And if you do have a fire hydrant that's close by your home or in your neighborhood, being proactive and trying to clear it out could be very advantageous for you. Number one thing to think about is your home is probably your most valuable asset that you have in protecting your home. Having that cleared just helps us with getting water on the fire as soon as possible. If we have to shovel it out to find it, it's going to take a lot of extra time for us to get into fighting the fire with the hose and with the water. Another thing to think about is it's not just your home, it could be your neighbor's home as well. So if your neighbor's home catches on fire, living in Portland, we have a lot of the homes that are very close in proximity. Your house could eventually catch on fire too if it's taking us that much longer to get water on the fire.
Now, how many fire hydrants do you have in the city of Portland, and on a big storm, the event of a big storm, how long does it usually take the fire department to go ahead and clear all the fire hydrants?
That's a good question. We have actually over 1,600 fire hydrants in the city. We typically have 35 firefighters that are on duty at that time. They generally shovel anywhere from 5 to 8 hours a day. It typically takes us on a large storm event about 2 to 3 days to eventually get them all cleared up. So any help that you can do would be great. The other thing to keep in mind is that as we are shoveling these hydrants, we are still protecting the city for EMS calls and fire calls. So that's what a lot of times takes us a while to eventually accomplish the goal of getting them all cleared out.
So we have had storms in the past, previous years, where we might have 2 or 3 storms per week. So in essence, a fire hydrant could go for a lengthy period of time before it's shoveled out.
It's possible. We try to get them all cleared out. One thing that happens is that we may clear them all out, or we call them breaking them out, so that we can at least see them the first day, and then the next day the other shift that's fresh and ready to go can completely clear it out. The other thing that we're competing against is sometimes Public Works at night goes back and wings back the berms on the side of the road. Then we have to dig them all out again the next day. So that's why I say 2 to 3 days before we really clear it out. But if we have storm on top of storm, it potentially could go a full week. In the past, we had a program that you could adopt a hydrant. Now that it's gone away, so it's pretty much on a voluntary basis. It's still one thing to think about is the safety of you and your family in your home is the most important thing. And then the next thing to think about is, again, like I said, your house is the most valuable thing that you own. And making sure that we can respond and get water on the fire as quickly as possible could be the best thing that you could do for you and your family.
Should there be other things that people should be aware of as far as their sidewalks and maintaining those?
Another thing to think about too is access to your home. If someone's having chest pains or having medical problem, a lot of times we'll pull up with a fire truck and have to shovel our way to the home, to the front door, to the back door, clear off the back porch. So those are other things that you can think about, making sure that they're at least have a pathway there, during the storm and after the storm for us to come and help you.
Have you had any situations in the past where you've rolled into a fire and you've had to actually spend that time shoveling out the fire?
Yes, absolutely. During a storm event, typically we will not go out while it is snowing. We will go after the storm is over. But during a storm event, you can have 6, 8, 10 inches of snow pile up, and we still haven't even started the hydrants. So what typically an engine company would do would have their shovels ready in the cab with them, just like we would normally have an axe or a tool with us. We would have that right with us because we would have to find the hydrant, number one, and number two, shovel it out. A lot of times the water district does a really good job of putting on hydrant stakes. So it's probably 6 to 7 feet in the air is what the hydrant stake is. We have had some instances where those come loose, fall down, and then we've spent 10 minutes just trying to find the hydrant where it is, you know. Knowing where it is on the map is one thing, and knowing exactly where it is, right to the, down to the foot, is another thing. So we would have to take tools, poke through the, if it's not frozen, poke through the snowbank, try to find the fire hydrant, and then once you find it, then shovel it out. That's certainly happened more than once.
Okay, well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
When you're out around your neighborhood, check out where your fire hydrants are and keep them in mind. When the next storm comes around, get out there with a shovel and help the fire department out, because by doing so, the lives that you save might be your own. For Community Update, I'm Bill Blood.